Now this part would be way easier if I had somebody in there moving the arm around on the engine side. I might not even be able to get it because I'm basically trying to push down while I find the spot for this to go into. And we're just not lining up, so I may have to get some help. Okay, so we've found Russell. He's going to help us. I'm going to show him what to do. Now, Russell, I need to put your hand right here and right here. So right there and right there. And you're going to move this like this while you're pushing down. I want it to push down about an inch. It's going to push down to there. When it pushes down, you're going to have to hold it down, and you tell me, okay, I got it. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the engine compartment and move a lever around while you're pushing down. I'll tell you when to start pushing, okay? If it goes down, keep the pressure on it so it stays down. Okay? Okay, go ahead. Did you get it? Did it move? Okay, hold on right there. Hold it right there. Let me take over. You got it, buddy. Jump on out. That's it for now.
All right, bye.
Careful of that. Okay, so the thing you want to remember is that's spring loaded. So you got to keep your pressure down there. Now this is the part where putting those T-bolts in comes in handy and having that done right. Okay, you just let the signal switch hang out here because all the wires are already coming out under the dash. These T-bolts grab the column on the top and the bottom. Before you can release your fingers from holding this thing in, you want to grab a hold of the top and the bottom of the column with the T-bolts. As soon as you got it in place, you're going to tighten it up. You want to tighten evenly, top and bottom. Nut drivers work good. This little adjustable little handheld ratchet tool works good. Okay, you see I've got them tight. I've released the tension. Now you tighten them down nice and evenly. You're not trying to rip the threads out or nothing like that. Okay, now we should be able to shift through at this point. We should feel everything. With the turn signal switch hanging there, this is the time to remember to put your shift indicator back in. Why? Because there's one little Phillips screw that holds in one side, and if you forget, you'll have the hole covered up. That's in park. You've got your cover. If it's a later model, later 74 to 77, your cover goes right over there. Now once again, we see it reverse. We see all our gears there. Now we bring our turn signal switch down into position. Give the wires a little tug. Everything sits flat in there. In this case, you've got your 4 Phillips head screws to go back on. Right where they came out of. I like to tighten everything down evenly or in a star or an X pattern. there's that. We've got our trusty snap ring here that we took off way back quite a while ago. In this case, I'm just going to grab this shaft with a pair of pliers and just apply a little pressure so it pops up a little bit. And then I'm just going to push that snap ring down until it pops into its little groove right there. Just like that. And you can tell when the tension is off of it and it's popped back in. So now, if you remember our little wiring diagram, we're going to go back underneath. We're going to put all the wires back into the little horseshoe collar, and then we'll hook the wiring up. We'll give everything a test before we finish up with the steering wheel. Our steering wheel. Still have the steering wheel puller attached. We'll take that out. Simply push it down, get the nut, we'll tighten the nut back up. Okay, we got our horn button. Let's reattach our horn button wire. And get some contact to check the ground. That works. Just a press bit right there. And voila, we've got a fully functioning, workable, usable shift collar. There's our broken piece. Hope that's helped somebody. Hope it will help somebody. Anyway, there's not a lot to it. If you've done a couple of them, they're pretty easy, but that's about all there is to it. We can take it back to the shop. We can paint that if we want. This Bronco will probably end up getting a tilt column at some point, so we're looking at it saying it's good the way it is. Appreciate you watching. Thanks from Wild Horses.